The universe has been responding to you long before you knew how to listen. Every thought you have had, every feeling you pushed aside, every moment you dismissed as coincidence, none of it was random. The universe does not miss signals. It does not forget. It does not misunderstand. It responds with precision. Most people move through life believing they are talking to the universe, asking, wishing, hoping. But very few realize they are already in conversation. And fewer still realize the universe has been answering them every day, through patterns, through resistance, through moments that do not make sense until much later. This is not about belief. It is about awareness. Because once you recognize how the universe communicates, you stop chasing meaning and start recognizing it. The language that does not use words. The universe does not speak in sentences. It speaks in signals. Think of it like this. A lighthouse does not chase ships. It does not shout directions. It simply emits a steady signal. Ships that know how to read it arrive safely. The universe works the same way. Everything in existence vibrates. Your body, your thoughts, your emotions, and vibration is information. When you think, you are not just thinking, you are broadcasting. When you feel, you are not just reacting, you are transmitting. The universe does not respond to what you say. It responds to what you consistently emit. That is why saying, "I want peace," while living in tension creates confusion. Not because the universe is cruel, but because it is accurate. Why most people cannot hear the response. The universe rarely shouts. It whispers, and whispers require stillness. Most people are too busy trying to control outcomes to notice feedback. Their minds are loud. Their attention is scattered. Their nervous systems are constantly braced. It is like trying to hear a subtle melody inside a room full of alarms. Nothing is wrong with the melody. The room is just too noisy. Listening is not effort. It is subtraction. You do not need to do anything with this. Just notice where your body is holding tension right now. No fixing. No adjusting. Awareness alone is already listening. Micro scenario 1. Think about the last time something did not work out the way you planned. At first, it felt like failure, like rejection, like loss. But weeks later, you realized it protected you from something worse. That was not delay. That was redirection. The universe did not ignore you. It adjusted the route. When coincidence feels too precise, there are moments that feel charged. You think of someone and they call. You ask a question and the answer appears in conversation. You feel stuck and something unexpected shifts your perspective. These are not accidents. They are alignments. Synchronicity is what happens when your inner state briefly matches the current of reality. The universe uses timing the way punctuation gives meaning to words. Same events, different placement, completely different message. You do not need to decide why this happens. You only need to notice when it does. Meaning does not require belief, only attention. Signs are not universal. They are personal. A sign does not matter because it is dramatic. It matters because you notice it. The universe uses symbols already loaded with meaning for you. A number, a phrase, an image, a pattern that keeps returning. Meaning is not a sign. It is recognized. If something makes you pause, that pause is the message. Micro scenario 2. You keep seeing the same message everywhere. Not because it is rare, but because your attention keeps landing on it. The universe does not force signs into your awareness. It waits for readiness. When the universe speaks through people, sometimes the message does not arrive as a sign. It arrives as a sentence. Someone says something casually, but it lands deeply. It lingers. That is not coincidence. The universe uses people the way electricity uses wires. The message is not about who said it. It is about what it activated in you. Even difficult people carry information, especially them. They reveal resistance, unhealed patterns, areas ready for growth. The universe does not waste messengers. Intuition, the internal signal. If signs are external responses, intuition is internal translation. It is not loud. It does not argue. It does not explain itself. It feels like recognition, like remembering something you did not know you knew. Ignoring intuition does not silence it. It weakens trust. Trust sharpens signal. Alignment feels different than excitement. Ease is not laziness. Ease is accuracy. Alignment does not mean everything feels exciting. It means everything feels clean. No inner arguing. No rehearsing explanations. Just quiet agreement between thought, body, and direction. Micro Scenario 3. Have you ever made a decision that made no logical sense but felt undeniably right, and later realized it changed everything? That was not luck. That was alignment. When life pushes back, obstacles are not punishment. They are pressure tests. The universe applies resistance where refinement is needed. If something requires constant force, something is misaligned. Ease is not avoidance. Ease is precision, the space between asking and receiving. After every request, there is a pause, not emptiness. Preparation, like soil before a seed breaks through. Impatience pulls attention out of alignment. Trust keeps it steady. The universe does not work on urgency. It works on coherence. Coherence is what happens when what you expect and what you allow stop contradicting each other. Why letting go works. Letting go is not surrendering desire. It is surrendering control. Control says, I do not trust timing. Release says, I am open. Open systems receive more. Gratitude is a response signal. Gratitude is not politeness. It is confirmation. It tells the universe this frequency works. And what works gets amplified. Nothing here asks you to change who you are, only to notice what already happens when you stop forcing meaning and start recognizing it. If this resonated, sit with it. Do not rush to understand it. Let it show you something. You are not separate from the universe. You are inside the conversation. Your attention shapes experience. Your emotion directs flow. Your awareness refines response. The universe has always been listening. Now you are too. The universe does not run on your clock. It runs on readiness. Think of reality like a vault with a combination lock. You do not force it open. You align the numbers. If even one digit is off, nothing moves. Timing is not punishment. It is calibration. When something has not arrived yet, it is not missing. It is forming. What feels like waiting is often alignment catching up to intention. The biggest mistake people make, they keep checking. Checking is doubt wearing the mask of hope. Every time you ask, is it here yet? You collapse the signal back into lack. The universe does not respond to impatience. It responds to stability. Like gravity, it works whether you believe in it or not. But it works cleanly only when you stop interfering. The Echo Canyon. Imagine standing in a canyon. You shout a word. The echo does not return instantly. But when it does, it comes back exactly as sent. Shouting again does not make it faster. It only distorts the sound. Your intentions work the same way. The part no one talks about. Before alignment arrives, misalignment leaves. This is where most people panic. Relationships end. Structures collapse. Certainty dissolves. They think they are losing everything. But what is actually happening is subtraction. The universe clears interference before delivering precision. Loss creates space. Micro Scenario 4. You lose something you were deeply attached to. At first, it feels like devastation. Later, you realize keeping it would have trapped you. That was not cruelty. That was correction. Why resistance makes it worse? Holding on to what is leaving creates friction. Release smooths transition. The universe moves cleanly when you do not cling. What exits your life often does so because it cannot follow where you are going. Why your body knows first. Your body receives information before your mind interprets it. A tight chest, a shallow breath, a sudden calm, unexpected relief. These are not random sensations. They are data. Your nervous system is a real-time feedback loop. Ignoring it is ignoring translation. The instrument panel. Think of your body like the dashboard of a car. Warning lights appear before the engine fails. Comfort does not always mean safe. Discomfort does not always mean wrong. Signals matter. Your body speaks before logic catches up. Do not confuse dopamine with direction. Excitement spikes. Alignment settles. Hype is loud. Truth is calm. The universe does not rush you. It grounds you. When something is aligned, it does not drain you. It stabilizes you. The river current. Swimming upstream takes effort. Floating with the current requires trust. Both involve movement. Only one conserves energy. Why action still matters. The universe listens to movement, but not frantic movement. Aligned action feels natural. It feels obvious. It feels timely. Forced action feels urgent. It feels heavy. It feels exhausting. Action confirms belief. Belief stabilizes signal. Awareness does not demand action. It changes action naturally. Micro Scenario 5. You suddenly feel compelled to reach out to someone. No plan. No explanation. Later, you realize that single moment shifted everything. That was not impulse. That was instruction. The most uncomfortable response. Sometimes the universe says nothing. Not because it is ignoring you, but because listening deepens. Silence is not absence. It is incubation. Answers often arrive later, disguised as understanding. Developing film. You do not open film mid-process. You wait. The image appears only when it is ready. Why gratitude accelerates everything. Gratitude stabilizes frequency. It removes tension. It tells the universe this is enough, and I am open to more. What stabilizes multiplies. Even quiet gratitude strengthens reception. When clarity arrives unannounced. Clarity does not always arrive when you are hunting it. It often appears when you stop demanding answers. Presence invites insight. Effort dissolves tension. The universe does not hide meaning. It waits for stillness. Why this gets easier? At first, awareness feels intentional. Later, it becomes instinct. You recognize patterns faster. You trust intuition sooner. You release resistance earlier. Fluency builds confidence. Confidence builds alignment. Alignment builds response. The truth most people miss. This is not a method. It is a relationship. The universe does not change. Your awareness does. And as it does, the conversation evolves. Not louder. Clearer. Final closing. Listen without force. Trust without urgency. Move without fear. The universe has always been responding. Now you recognize the language. Final call to action. If this way of seeing stayed with you, if it slowed something down inside you, then this conversation is ongoing. Subscribe not for answers, but to continue refining awareness. New reflections. Deeper clarity. Same calm signal. The universe is still speaking, and you are learning how to listen.